Welcome to Apricot Cottage Studio. Today we're going to be making some cards with some beautiful snowflakes. Not that we want the snow to come very soon, but we're going to start with some beautiful paper from Stampin' Up! And we're going to use some dies. We're going to use the Scalloped contour dies, and we're going to use the Stitch Snowflake dies, because they're just absolutely gorgeous. So we started off using the scallop contour dies, and I'm going to cut the designer paper from the Peaceful Place designer paper, and this is very subtle but very beautiful. It's got snowflakes with a little bit of silver, it's got trees, it's got little cottages in the woods. I didn't buy the die that goes with this, but I wanted to try the paper to see if I could do some subtle and masculine type cards. So we're going to cut with the scallop contours 2 backgrounds, and we're also going to use the silver foil paper that's in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. And this is interesting because it's got a shiny foil, but it also has some foil that's got a distinct purple hue to it. So my second cards are going to be done with purples. So today, because this paper is quite subtle, it's got a little bit of silver in it, but it's very, it's not in your face. So very pretty. I want to use the Perfect Pearls today, because Perfect Pearls gives a little bit of glimmer, but very subtle. So I'm going to start off with this card. So I've already cut the background with the snowflake paper, and I've cut a frame with the purpley silver paper, and you can see that I've cut another piece out. That's why I'm doing 2 cards, because I don't want to waste any of that beautiful foil. And that's going to go behind my piece, but we're going to do our own designer paper with the Perfect Pearls. And Perfect Pearls is a mica powder, and this one's by Ranger, and I'm going to use a couple of colors. I've cut out with the scallop contour die a piece, and I've stamped May Your Season Sparkle, and that's from Snowflake Wishes, which is a beautiful set. I like the sayings in it. So I've embossed that with silver first, and then I'm going to take my snowflakes, and I'm going to use Versamark. Versamark is a sticky ink, and I'm going to ink it up. And then I'm going to take the Perfect Pearls. I've got Grape Fizz and Iridescent Blue and Perfect Pearls, which is actually just sort of a white, and I'm going to combine them. So I'm going to use a little bit of the Perfect Pearls. You just rub it in, and where the sticky ink helps to keep it in place. But right now it just looks like a powder. And I'm going to use a little bit of Perfect Pearls. I'm going to keep all these open. And dab it on the edge. That Grape Fizz is pretty, but it's thin. So then I've got a small brush to put it on, but I've got a thicker dabbing brush. And then I dab it in to make sure that it's good and into that sticky ink. Then I'm going to take the other 2 snowflakes, ink those up, and then I'm going to take the edge of this one and just do it on the edge so that I get some different effects. This one I'm going to make a little bit more of the blue interference. A little bit of that up here. Take a little bit of grape fizz. And then the rest of it in the white. So I'm rubbing it into the sticky ink. And this will give a beautiful subtle shine. It's very pretty, but not overly glittery. So then I take the dabbing brush, dab that in. Okay, so that's what it looks like right now, sort of fuzzy. So then I take a big brush and holding it over a garbage can, I brush off the excess. I think I might want to add a little bit of blue in here just to make it match. You can't really re-ink because the inking will come off. So I've brushed it off with a thick brush. And then to set it, I can use some sparkle spray, which gives it a little bit of sparkle again, or just plain water. And you want to just sort of mist it a little bit. While that's drying, I'm going to do some more snowflakes. So these ones I've already started, and I've used the grape. It looks good on darker paper. So this one I've cut out with the stitch snowflakes, and I'm going to just press it into the Versamark like this. So you can die cut pieces and use this technique, or just use it on a background. And again, a little bit of grape fizz, a little bit of the purple or the blue interference. Gives it a little bit of gleam, and a little bit of perfect pearl, which is just the pearl. So I'll put my lids on because this is a powder, and if I sneeze, it will go everywhere. Interference blue. So for these snowflakes, I started with blue paper, and I had inked these before, and then I just added the perfect pearls on top. For this one, I used the solid cardstock. So I've got my colors on, and again, I'm going to use my brush to make sure that it's well into the sticky ink. There we go. So that's what that looks like. And I'm going to just spray this with a little bit of water. And these ones as well. And I'll just wipe off my table so I don't get it everywhere. Just using a cloth. So now I'm going to put my cards together. So I've got, here are my cards. I've cut a panel of the paper, and I'm ready to put my pieces on. So this one was die cut with the scallop contours, and it's got shape. And I'm going to add my foil with the piece cut out of it so that I don't waste it. Add a little bit of glue. And I might pop that piece up. So I'm going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals. which are sticky foam pieces. And take off the little covers. That's what that's looking like now. You see how the subtle shine from the Perfect Pearls is coming up. And that's what that's looking like. I think I'm also going to add some of these beautiful snowflakes. They're iridescent. They come pre-cut. You just have to pop them out. And I like it tucked behind, so I don't want to waste any of it. So I'm going to cut it in half and just tuck it that in behind part that I've raised up. There, we've got one there. Don't need to add a lot of glue to this. I like to leave a little bit open. And then this one can get tucked in like that. There we go. May your season sparkle. And inside I've stamped Snowflake Wishes for Merry Christmas, which is again from the Snowflake Wishes set. So that's one card. Oh, I also want to add some jewels. And we happen to have some really pretty in-color jewels. And I want to add a couple of those to sparkle the snowflakes. And these come in all the in-colors. So I could add pink, but I'm going to use the lilac ones. Two of the bigger ones and one of the smaller ones, which are very tiny. There we go. So there's the gray version with blue, and this is the mauve version. So they both are beautiful. Now I'm going to do this card. This one I used blue, but this time I'm going to use the cutout piece that I cut out of the frame for that one. And I've got May Your Season Sparkle. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to get another one of these white snowflakes, the iridescent snowflakes. And I'm not going to throw out any of these. I'm going to cut snowflakes out of the paper as well. And they just pop out of the background sheet. And again, I'm going to cut them in half. So they go a little further. So this piece will go here. Now I also cut out from that paper, the back side of this one of the little houses. It's got a little fox, I think. So I'm going to glue this piece in first. With the snowflake. It's got iridescence on one side and white on the back. So if you wanted to, you could do it in different colors just by inking the white side. But I like the iridescent side. There we go. Oh, tuck that one in there. And then the bottom piece. So there's my snowflake either side. Now I'm going to put my little cottage. It's got stamps and dies that goes with this paper, but I didn't order them. So I just cut a 2-inch circle out of the paper to get my little cottage. Then I'm going to add my snowflakes. So I'm going to put some of my snowflakes down and some of my snowflakes up. I think I'll add a little sparkly one. I cut those out of some scraps of shiny paper, glitter paper. And this one I'm going to pop up. So I've die cut a little piece of foam and put it underneath it to make it a little bit more three-dimensional. It's got a little piece of paper in there. So there is my card with a little bit of purple and the iridescence from the Perfect Pearls. Take a little bit to dry, and again it says Snowflake Wishes for a Merry Christmas. Oops, add a little bit more glue to that. There we go. And some of my beautiful in color jewels. Usually add about 3. Oops. Oh, got 2 of them there. I'd have to add a little dab of glue. These are adhesive backed, but that one was stuck together with the other one. There we go. There's the little jewels in there. So thank you for joining me today at Apricot Cottage Studio. If you're interested in any of these products, let me know. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Oliver, BC. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.